Good morning, guys. Good morning. There's a lot going on in the world of Miss Nikki. Hell, in everybody's world. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things happening. Great things this month. And I'm excited about everything. I've had a serious week. If y'all have seen some of my posts and some of the things that's been going on in Miss Nikki's world, you know how we do. I'm just trying to get through all of it and learn how to not overreact, not get in my feelings, not clown out, all of those things, because life throws you bricks and all kind of stuff, and you just really have to center yourself before dealing with a lot of things. And I'm realizing now, through all of my transition and all of my extra that's going on, I just have to make sure that I am centered mentally so that I can handle some of the crappery that comes my way. Hey, Shanice. Hey, Cynthia. I'm sorry. Hey, Dion. Hey, LaJoya. It's a lot of stuff scrolling up, so please forgive me if I don't say hey, because it just scrolled up really fast on me, and I wasn't paying attention. Going through a lot of transition right now, and I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it because I asked for it. But I always remember when you ask for transition, baby. Hey, Kimberly Nicole. I love you, girl. Every time I see your post, I be like, yeah, that's my chick. Hey, Danielle. Okay. It's been a morning already, y'all. First of all, let's get on AT&T. I need everybody to be checking their bills. You better say that, Shanice. Be careful what you pray for. Everybody's been checking their bills because they sneaking in services that you don't ask for. Hey, Michelle. And, I got on the phone initially when I started dialing the number. I was heated. But then I thought about something, and y'all might want to do this. The person that's going to answer that phone to take care of your problem isn't actually the person that set you up for failure through the bill situation. They are merely the ones that's going to deal with the problem. And when it comes to me, you're going to deal with the problem right. Because I inform them as soon as I get on the phone that, baby, last time I talked to y'all services, I recorded you. So don't tell me what somebody else didn't tell me, because I can play it back to you and show you, yes, you guaranteed me this. You talked me into that. And you gave me a special price. So what's going to happen is you're going to adjust it, or I cancel all of this shit and it'll never be paid. I don't mind that and go to another service. I know all of y'all told me stop using them and get me a whatever, the little magic stick or whatever it is to click in and watch everything I want to watch. But honestly and truly, I'm running 3 businesses. So my internet has got to be fast and it's got to be reliable. And then when I want to sit down and take a break, I want to be able to watch something that I want to watch. I don't want to go through a whole bunch of foolery and all of that. They just tried me this morning. My bill was supposed to be like $70. And then last month I paid over thinking, okay, I watched a couple of movies, I'll go ahead and pay. And if they made a mistake, they'll adjust it. This month they came with a whole nother $60-something in addition to my regular bill. Honey, I went slap ham in my mind. But when I got on that phone, I changed my tone so that the person on the other end could hear me and not get mad because I'm already mad. So I'm transition, y'all, learning how to deal with the problem at hand without blowing up. Because she was getting ready to get the Bozak. And the Bozak is a whole lot of cursing and all of that good stuff. Hey, Tina, all of that good stuff. It was getting ready to go down. But I had to remember. Transition, Miss Nikki, you are in transition. You don't have to be cursing everybody out. Hey, Kia, hey. Hey, girl, hey. I just got on. I was talking about how, I was getting ready to let AT&T have it. Hey, Oni. Hey, Eric. Oh, Eric. I ain't seen you in a minute. Just so you know, yes, I am wearing Wicked by J. Jill. And I'm wearing Wicked because she almost got the wickedest person on the planet this morning with this $999,000 bill they tried to get me to pay at AT&T. I said, Lord, no ma'am. And y'all know what just happened to me. Okay, so this is the deal. I actually found out what went on with that credit card. So I did stop at QT. I normally never, ever, ever swipe my card on the outside of the gas station. I usually always go in because I'm picking up something. And right now it's running rampant that people are using, I'ma behave, baby. Running rampant that people are using cloning devices to clone your card. So what I did was I was lazy, didn't want to go into the store. It was raining. Hey, Wandria. And I swiped my card. Hey, Heaven. Hey, Tamika. I swiped my card on the outside of QT to get my gas, and then I just jumped back in my car. 2 days later, I realized, I was called at 6 something in the morning by Chase Fraud, and I didn't know if it was a real call, so I said, let me call y'all back, and I called the bank myself, and reality was my card had been cloned. A physical card had been made off of my card. Yay, y'all made it. Hey, Sam. Inside joke for me in heaven. So a physical card had been cloned, and through the night, they had gone to several gas stations, getting different things here and there. And then during the midday, they had gone to several men's clothing stores and bought $400 worth of clothes here, $600 worth of clothes here, just a bunch of stuff. So as a result, that morning, they kept trying to swipe through to get their payments for the purchases, and my card was flagged. And it was like, something ain't right, because, she ain't never shopped at the men's clothing store with this card. So they called me. We went through it, found out what was going on. I will say this, kudos to Chase. They've been on top of it. They said by the end of today, my account should be back in good standing. However, what you say? They did it twice to your mom, right? The attendants were stealing people's credit cards. Wow, that's crazy. And what I'll never do again is swipe my card on the outside of anything, because I never do, and I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I was being lazy, and again, like I said, it was raining. But Chase do be on it, and I should have another card within a few days. Probably next week. And it's been a little rough, going through the week without having a card to even, get your money, do what you got to do. And then when you have automatic drafts that come out of your account, and your account is frozen, and nobody can't get paid. So it's been a crazy week. So I want you guys to be careful, because these cloning machines are out here. They've got a little bit more sophisticated with it, and they will go on shopping sprees online, on Amazon, on eBay, at these gas stations, getting all of this stuff. They did not catch the people involved. Cynthia, what you say? They got you good. Some kind of way was using my car in Connecticut. Girl, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Just thieves out here, and it's going to get worse. So I'm trying my best, to prepare for, little stuff here and there, because I've never gone through this situation. This is my first time, other than through PayPal. I had a issue that happened. This was a couple of years ago, but, I'm trying not to blow up, because again, the people that you talk to when the problem has happened aren't the people that, you need to go off on, because these are the people that you want to adjust your problem. So, they said they do it all the time around Christmas. Yeah, they do. They do it a lot around Christmas, because people are desperate. Hey, Sam. And it's really disappointing. It's really disappointing, because you go through this bullshit, you make your money, that's your money. And then to wake up to have your account $1,300 in the negative, and you ain't went shopping for no $1,300 worth of clothes for nobody. Baby, I almost lost it. I had to get my mind together because this mouth is like a AK-47 rapid fire and will go in on any and everything in sight. So anyway, let's get on to something I watched with my girl Heaven last night. It's a new show. I don't know if you guys, right, that part. I don't know if you guys watch it, and it's called, let me see, what's the name of it? Hustle and Soul. Okay, it's about a New York-based restaurant, right? A New York-based restaurant and called Pink Teacup. Now, there's a man in there that owns it. He's a chef, okay? And what's that girl? PayPal called the restaurant, and people were still there. They told me it couldn't be because they were regular customers. Girl, stop it. Yes, Heaven, it was a hot mess. Now, first of all, I'm always leery, and I don't care if any man is on here. Hey Shakiva, hey Shakiva, hey Asia, and Astacia Southwick. I love your name, baby. I just want you to know that. And I always side-eye a guy who got that painted on beard. Excuse me, FYI men, just so you know, that painted on beard, we don't like that. That ain't cute. You look like you done ran into a black paintbrush and just painted your chin all the way up to your cheekbones, and we laughing at you. We're not, ooh, beard gang, because that ain't a real beard. You painted, spray painted, glued, whatever you did. You put that mess on your face, and you look crazy. You look like your face done been airbrushed with a spray paint machine. Stop doing that. That is not cute at all. But anyway, so he on live television with his face spray painted. And in his restaurant, he got these two twins. They cute, you know what I'm saying? They funny little young dudes. But then everybody else is women. So he's surrounded by a bunch of smart, intelligent women. And in each woman he is basically making each woman feel like she's irreplaceable. But his girlfriend is the general manager. Okay, so last night, and I'm saying this to y'all because I've been through this whole situation. I know men who see, strong women, intelligent women, women who got something going on for themselves, women who are live and direct, in their business and in their lane of expertise, and they handle their business. I know men who go in like vultures and sweep down and sweet nothing them in their ears, right? Hey Tanisha, sweet nothing them and make them feel like they're important to his vision and his mission, all the while helping you lose your vision and your mission because you so dedicated to making sure that he's good. Now, I've been there, done that, so I'm speaking on it because I've been there, done that. So this man is in the restaurant wooing his girlfriend, who he said his girlfriend, the girls in the restaurant that are working for him hard, slave ship workers, is where he used to be, but his girlfriend is where he wants to be. So he got his girlfriend as the general manager, right? But then he got all the girls that he has slept with, let me say it right, as different intricate parts around the restaurant. And what pissed me off was the fact that when the girlfriend found out what was going on and really realized, like, dang, you was hollering at all these girls, you was sweet nothing in all these girls, and I'm your woman, so no, they don't respect me because you making them feel like they are more important than me. And regardless of the rules that I set in place, if you say, baby, you important to the team and I need you and the business can't run without you, they're going to stay and they're going to listen to you and disregard me. So the girlfriend said, I quit, I'm out, peace, I'm out. Now, I loved her for that, okay, understand. I did love her for that. But then each girl after that kept saying, I just want to let you know I have feelings for you. Now, why wouldn't they? Because you running up in their face, you kissing them on the lips, you hugging them, you telling them that you love them, you crying with them fake crocodile tears to each girl in the situation. Now, I've been there. I've been in this, hey Weena, I've been in a situation where a man told me I was his all and everything. But every girl around the situation that we were in, he had told them that they were intricate to his survival of his business. Laying, sleeping, loving on, all of that, but all the while you got a girl. Like I said, I've been through that situation, so I know what it is. Guys, and you can share this with your guy friends. Listen, black men, we want to love y'all, but you don't have to be on the come up on the sweats of our backs. Don't come up on us, because if you treat us right on a business vocabulary, on a business level, on a business expertise, we gonna rock with you anyway. You don't have to sweep nothing else to death, because you surrounded yourself with smart women for a reason, because you wanted your business or your brand to blossom. We did not come in because we wanted to lay with you. At least some of us don't. We came in because we saw something bigger than the average, and we could pour into it and help you build. But then when you come in through the back door and try to sneak up and lay up, then that makes us kind of sad at you. But then when, we women, emotions get involved. We get all emotional about the dude and forget that we're supposed to have a plan and a process, because the emotions are so strong. And I need y'all men to stop doing that. Black women are not bitter. What we are is upset. We're upset because the black women that come up in your neighborhoods or in your failing business or in your budding business, when we come in to help you grow. Okay? That's what we do. We come in to help you grow. We want to see you succeed because we believe in you, or we start out believing in you. But then once you get to a point and people are paying attention to you, your ego gets out of control. Once you get to a point where you see, ooh, folks is loving this, your ego gets out of control. And then you believe that you did it by yourself. And then you have all of these random ass chicks come into the picture, and then they feeling like, the person that you've been rocking with ain't really nothing. Okay, and that's usually the black girl that done grinded with you. Okay, and then when you blow up to the next level and this black girl still in the background grinding, you leave her. Even if it's your girl, or you replace her because she ain't the look that you want. We are tired of being your foundation. And then once your foundation is solid, you move in to replace us in who we are in the situation. It happens all the time. Come on, you better take that word out of my mouth. You look at us like we were not important to the process. Yeah, exactly. Only you get brand new and we are irrelevant, or we're replaceable, because now you're finished with us. But then you turn around and label us bitter or mad or angry. No, you did that. It ain't that we're bitter, mad, or angry. We're tired. And then you want to look at us as your ride or die, but then you don't want to do nothing for us. You want to live off of us. We pay all the bills in our name, or we get all the bills in our name. So if you decide to bounce, we stuck with the payments of everything that was unpaid. You want to lay up, give them maybe 2-3 kids, and then say, I'm tired of being with her and the children. I love my kids. I love my kids. But she laid up and had them kids for you. Okay? She laid up and had them kids for, yes, Shanice, them kids for you, but because you're tired of the situation, you go create a new situation. We look at all of that. And it's not that we want to hate you or that we want to be mad. You're welcome, Danielle. We want to be mad. We're looking at it realistically as, we put in sweat equity with you. We put our names on the line for you. But then when you get what you want, you bounce because it's easy. You don't have to be in a struggle situation. And then you got them struggle bitches, excuse me for my language. Hey, Jose, you got those struggle bitches who don't require you to have a standard and they used to the struggle. You just come in and lay up just because you laying good pipe. You can find toys to lay good pipe. Okay? Aha! Yes, and yes, the new situation will turn into his old situation, because when he finished with you, he gonna go to the next one. And black men, we want to love y'all, but y'all do that to us too often. You come into a situation that you see is great, and you rape that situation. You run through that situation because a struggle bitch done told you she can do you better. Come on now. She's sitting up looking like the struggle. But you got somebody else trying to glow and grow with you. Yeah, and you wonder why the women get upset. We get upset because it's like, when do you follow your process? Right, don't deal with the foolishness. Right. When do you follow and believe in your own process so that you can have people that are loyal and honest? People can't be loyal and honest with you when you ain't loyal and honest with yourself. When you already looked at her and said, I'm going to get what I can get out of her and have fun. And then when it gets better on my end, then I'm dipping. Hey, Shaquille. Those are the things that bother us as black women. It's not that we want to hate you. It's not that we want to be bitter, but look at the history. Check out the guys that are being drafted into the NFL. You know, you in the hood, how the struggle is going to do better than the struggle. Right. How you go to the schools with the black girls and you date them all through high school and kick it with them and ruin their life, get them pregnant before they turn seniors, and then because you play good football, you get a college scholarship and you go to college and you on a scholarship playing football and all that good stuff, and when it's all said and done and you hit that NFL jackpot, you marry a white girl, but you struggled with the black girl. We don't want to be mad at y'all. We don't want to dislike or hate y'all. We don't want to do that. But you look at us as though we're at the bottom of the totem pole. But you came out of coochie that looked just like ours. You got a grandma and a mama that look just like us. You got a sister and an aunt that look just like us. But we are not the ones that you hold, up here. We are not. We are not the exotic beauties that we were born to be to you. You find any and other race more exciting and more captivating than we are. Even though we still sitting around, and I ain't talking about me because I ain't the one. Still sitting around talking about we'll be your ride or die. I ain't being nobody's ride or die. I ride and died and rose, so I'm over that part of life. I'm a ride or die for Diva Day International and those who support me, and I support. That's what I'm going to do. But I deal with a lot of women that are broken, and they are broken because they don't know how to handle certain situations, and I pray to God that somehow I'm able to pour in them so they can see something different or something better and not be stuck in a situation. Getting stuck in a situation means that you have forgotten who you are. You've forgotten your vision and your mission. You've forgotten your self-worth. You've forgotten that you have a plan because you're too busy investing all of you into that man who views you as a tool or a utensil to be used, maybe washed off and cleaned for later usage, but not as a permanent fixture, not as a part of the infrastructure that makes things work. You're not that. You're a disposable piece that will be replaced. You pour yourself in so deep that you forget who you are. You lose self. I did that. I poured myself into this man's business and I lost self. This man was selling my services as services that was part of his business because I allowed it. I mentally checked out and didn't understand what was happening to me because I was in love. Honey, love is truly blind. Please understand it. I was in love and I didn't understand that. I wasted 13 years. I wasted years of thinking that we were going to have an empire together. Now, that's not to say that all black men will do that. That's not to say that, hey, Nikki Nicole, that's not to say that they all will do that. That's not, I'm telling you, that's not to say that. But 77.7% of them do. I am a living witness. And a lot of my beautiful friends are living witness. I often wonder, I have some beautiful, intelligent, strong women that are friends of mine, right? And they are all single. And they're all single because they are afraid to let go. They are afraid to pour into a situation. What she said, unfortunately, I feel that sometimes they go to other races because these young girls coming up with no real positive examples of how to be real women. Exactly. You are so right, baby. You are so right. It's sad that we don't see enough beauty in ourselves, and I've been there. I have looked at myself and said I'm not enough in so many situations because I didn't have anybody to look to. So right now it's us, not to bash black men. By no means. That's not what we're supposed to do. But there are not enough of us speaking intelligently into a lot of these situations so that people can learn and understand what's really going on. There is a way for us to be bigger, bolder, better, and badder at everything that we do. But it requires each one to teach one. It requires the girl who done went through the foul and messed up situation to share her experience and share her testimony, because your testimony may be somebody's blessing. Your testimony may help somebody understand the situation that they're in. I've been in a domestic violence situation where I didn't want to leave because love made me stay there. I've been with a black eye, broke toe, or broke hand. I've been with a cut on my lip. I've been, homeless and unable to handle certain things, but I had a man. Ain't no way in hell you supposed to be homeless and have a man. Ain't no way in hell you supposed to not be able to pay your bills and have a man. Ain't no way in hell you supposed to be living with your mama and have a man. You ain't got no man if you in a tough situation. You got a companion that lays good pipe. What'd you say? Being honestly helpful has worn me out with guys who are unappreciative. Right. We pour into them and we want them to appreciate the moves that we make. But if at the beginning they ain't appreciating you, good morning, mama. If they're not appreciating you at the beginning, see the signs. And that's the hard part, because at the beginning, girl, y'all, look, at the beginning, they give you the representation of who they are. You meet the representative. Now, my suggestion, I'm going to keep it all the way 100. My suggestion is, if they bring their representation to the table, the representative of who they are, you make sure you don't do the same. Be as real as possible. Because I'm in a situation now where I don't, exactly, ain't no man about to let his woman struggle. Right. You better say that. I don't fake nothing. Hence the reason some people be mad at me because of my delivery and, how I get down and how I say things, Y'all know I'm anal about that lip, right? I can't see no patch. Sometimes it's not even in the beginning. So your representative radar needs to be on point. Right. I don't bite my tongue about much of anything. So I'm in a situation where I'm dealing with, some people who like me like that. And all of this that you get from me right now, they get this girl. You understand me? Because this is who I am and I love who I am. They get the fact that, yeah, you got to be on top of your game, on top of everything it is about you in order to even deal with me. Because I'm going to call you out on it. I'm going to call you out on not having a bank account. I'm going to call you out on not having a valid driver's license. I'm going to call you out on living with your mama. I'm going to call you out on not having a job. I'm going to call you out on asking me for a coin. Because, baby, I know if you ask me for a coin, you don't even need to talk to me. When my husband and I met, I made more than him. Now the tables have completely turned. He said I make him want to do better. Cynthia, that is what I'm talking about, because the guy that likes me like that, he told me, thank you, sweetie. This is Wicked by JGL. He told me, you make me want to be on top of my game. You make me want to level up. Every time I hear you say level up to your girls, it inspires me to level up. Now, when a man tells you that, he is getting his thing in order. He has a vision bigger than the immediate one he sees with you. Don't ask me for a coin and argue when I can't ask. Right. And that's what makes him attractive to me, because he says that I make him want to level up. Hey, Russell, I make him want to be on top of his shit. And when he said that gave him points. Okay, that he has heard me in conversation with my girls while I'm talking to him on the phone or something like that. He's heard me use the words level up. Okay, And I don't be just talking to them about leveling up. I'm talking about us, me, we, when I'm having a conversation as a whole. We all need to level up. And he has heard that and said, wow, you a bulldog, but you really sweet. However, you don't take no junk. Now, I love that he can see that in me, even though people be sit right next to me can't and they want to hate, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, that in itself made him be like, in order for me to deal with you, I got to have all my ducks in a row. You damn straight. Because when a duck stray, I'm looking at you side-eye. That's all I'm talking about. We have to do better. I want to say black men, you have to do better by your black women. We don't want to go outside our race and date other races and make you look at us like we hate y'all, because we don't. It's already been seen, said, and done that y'all hate us. I can't date you because I need to get my life right, and I didn't get mad. That's right, Shanice. The thing about wanting to be there and beside your mate is to enhance their life in some way. You should want to enhance the situation that they're in, and they should want to enhance the situation that you're in. Like I told the guy that that was liking me, look, and I'm just keeping it all the way real. I can do everything for myself, including pleasure myself. I can do all of those things for myself. Do I want to? Absolutely not. But I can, and I do, and I always have. I always have. But when a man comes into my life, I'm looking at you to say, okay, you coming into my life for what? I don't need you to give me a wet behind. Tell me what you're coming into my life for. What do you want me for? Understand why you step into me. Because if you step into me because I look good in my clothes and my titties are sitting up as they always do. If you step into me for that reason, don't. Because that's the last thing on the plate that you're going to get. Because see, this girl don't do sleep-arounds. We don't do ride-by and drive-bys. We don't do passing pussy. She doesn't do that. So if that's what you're looking at, because see, I'm going to come clean all the time anyway. But if that's what you're looking like, ooh, she looks scrumptious, she looks like she tastes good. I do. But that's the last thing that you would be able to taste. Now, come to me on a different level. Show me something that I've never seen. Talk to me and stimulate my mind and my intellect so that I can look at you like, ooh, like you done sprinkle salt down your arm. Ooh. Talk to me like that. And that's what most black women want. Now, we don't want the lip service because a lot of us can see right through that. Can see right through that. We can see right through it in business. We can see right through it in friendships. And we can certainly see right through it in relationship situations. We don't desire to be in situationships. We desire to be in things that are long term, not for a reason and a season. We desire the lifetime. And that's with our friendships. That's with our business relationships. That's with our personal relationships. Oh, my nose. I got the window open so y'all know Anyway, ain't nothing like a chocolate intellectual man. Girl, you better say it. You got you one too. Kid, you got one, baby. We desire to be in relationships that are fruitful internally and externally. So a lot of us have grown to the point where we can see through the foolery. I call it fluff. When you talking to me and the conversation is becoming boring and I'm looking at the phone like, oh my God, I got to find a way to get off. That's fluff. Don't give me all the fluff. We are too busy looking at outer appearances and bank accounts and left out spirit. Very true. We are too busy looking at the superficial. That's right, African. Yes, come on here. You got you one, baby. I promise to God. And y'all look good together. Y'all give me hope. Okay? And where we are is women, a lot of the black girls, a lot of the thirsty pots, a lot of the struggles, a lot of the hard knock life, the struggle is real, chicks. Remember I said that the last time I was on live, you look at a girl and she look like hard knock life, that's her first name. Middle name is the struggle and last name is real. Okay, when you look at a lot of them, they don't have standards. Okay, they don't require you to do anything but lay good pipe. I had a girl tell my friend, "Oh, you don't need no money to get a girl. You don't need all of that. Sometimes if you just got a good mouthpiece, you can get everything you want. A good mouthpiece, fool. Your name is the struggle. We gonna call you the struggle from now on. Because if you believe that a man can talk you to death and then get everything that you have, you's a fool. Hard knock life. You's a fool. You looking at this man because he look good and can lay good pipe and calls you and say good morning with a good morning text. Calls you or texts you good morning text. How you doing, baby? All of that. Come on, ma. No. And because you've lowered your standards, then the men that step to you don't have to have they don't have any requirements to come through. You know what I'm saying? And it's happening a lot. Hey, Kevin, it's happening a lot. If they can step to you and bring nothing to the table, I'm sorry, y'all, I keep scratching my nose. Like I said, I got the window open, and I guess dust particles or whatever pollen is flying through. So please forgive me. I'm just doing my bewitch. Okay. When I tell you it doesn't hurt to have a standard, don't let a man make you feel bad for having standards or having a requirement. If he don't fulfill those needs or that level, then move on, because God has someone for you that can and will. You don't have to settle for less than you deserve. You don't have to be in a situation that is not fruitful to your mental and to your internal spirit. You don't have to, because you can find good pipe anywhere. Hell, you can buy good pipe. You have got to understand that you have a worth that God gave you. Hey, Joanna, God gave you a worth, not one that you've grown to have. He gave you a worth. Go back within you and see that so you can understand what you deserve. We all need to go back to our natural roots. We are still the king. Absolutely, we are still the kings and queens, and we lose sight of that because we lower our standards because what? We don't want to be alone? Because we don't want to lay up by ourselves? Man, get the hell out of here. You have to be in tune with who you are. What is it? All he can bring to the table is a seat and silverware. Then you need a new table and some. Right? Come on, Oni. You better say it. You have to believe in who you are in order to put forth that great energy, that great presence, in order for somebody to see you and who you are. You've got to know your worth. And I know y'all have heard that over and over and over again. And you got to know your worth again, not just personally. Because sometimes God is putting you in a position where you ain't supposed to be thinking about your personal. You're supposed to be thinking about your spiritual and your financial so that you can be together. Because a lot of girls, y'all ain't together and y'all in the struggle life with ramen noodles and lukewarm water all the time. And you looking for Captain Save-A-Ho. Now, y'all the ones who be saying, girl, if he got a good a mouthpiece and some pipe, he don't need no money. Struggle. Ramen noodle chick. Y'all the ones that make it hard for the queens that's out here getting it, the entrepreneurs that got the businesses, the ones that get up to sundown, hustle and bustle throughout their entire day, make moves, boss moves for them and they people. Y'all the one make it hard for us. Because all you want is the ramen noodle. All you want is to be able to look over at a dude with a head full of dreads and a nappy beard and say, "Ooh, I got a man." That's all you want. That's all you want is to take big pictures on Instagram and Facebook to show people you got somebody. That's all you want is to hit in a relationship or getting married. That's all you want to do. You don't want to put, hey, I just started a new business. Here's my website. Here's my EIN. Here's my LLC. You don't want to do none of that because that's too hard for you. It will require that you need to have a standard, that you need to have a level. You need to have a vision and a mission. It'll require you to have requirements on yourself. you say exactly? Don't nobody need no struggle pain. Right. Don't nobody need no struggle pain. And we have been ride or die folks with you since I don't know when. You understand? We have black girls have been ride or die, fight the power, throwing the fist up, doing all that right behind black men for centuries. When are you going to do that for us? And ladies, when are you going to have a requirement and a standard for a man to want to do that for you? I got a man that he wants to be that. And he ain't my man. He's in the pursuit of Miss Nikki. But he knows in order to come to this table that's already built with the Carrara marble, he knows that he has to come to the table with something better. You understand? He understands that he has to come to the table with his situation in order. And you, my dears, y'all got to come to the table with the same thing. You can't have 5 kids and 4 baby daddies and be coming to the table talking about you got to do this for me. No, baby, what have you done for yourself lately? Your kids run around like snot and snoodle. Hair ain't done. But you want a man to look at you and be like, oh yeah, I'll take you out. And then you come pile up in the car with 5 children. Hell, if he ain't got no job, y'all going to Mickey D's and y'all eating off the dollar menu. It plays out like that all the time. And then you sitting in the passenger seat happy as hell because he done spent $7.32 on a dollar menu for you and all your churn and done put $11.5 in his gas tank. Yeah, it is real. Are you kidding me? Y'all run around getting $5 boxes and that's y'all Saturday night date night meal. What? Now, I ain't saying anything's wrong with $5 boxes. $5 boxes, it comes handy in a clutch when you're running out. But it comes handy in the clutch when you're running out handling business. You're going from one spot to the next to get her done. Who want him to do something for you, but you can't do anything for him? Right, him or yourself, right. Right, you can't do nothing for yourself. If you can't do nothing for him, please don't expect him to do the world for you. Russell, I just seen that the other day. This girl was in the car, y'all. True story. She in the car. I see them pull up. And they in the car or whatnot. They talking when they get to the gas pump. She gets out, goes in, pays for the gas. He's sitting in the car. He's sitting in the car. She comes out to the car and pumps the gas. He gets out of the car to go in to get something. He comes out. Now I'm pumping my gas because, I'm riding solo dolo. With a drink in his hand. One drink in his hand. Not a drink for himself. Not something for the children in the back seat. But a drink, and he on his phone. And he asked her something, and she was like, I'll just wait till we get home. Wait till we get... You thirsty. He thirsty. And I know it was her man. I know it was. Y'all, it happens too often. It's always, and if we allow it to continue to happen, it's going to always be like that. When do you expect more for yourself? When do you realize that you don't have to settle for less than you deserve? When do you realize that? And it's up to you to realize that. Not him. Because whatever you allow, he gonna do. And I'm saying this from experience because I allowed myself to be taken advantage of. Because I was so far gone. I was in love. I allowed a lot of things that I wouldn't allow from the average Joe. I allowed it. And that was my fault. So I take responsibility for everything. And in a relationship, I wasn't exactly helpful to the situation because I was angry and I was mad versus being able to talk about the situation, talk about what bothered me and talk about, where I was mentally about the situation. I shut down. So that was my fault. But I had a grown ass man who is 3-4 years older than me and, who is at Fit This Dough right now, still running around trying to act like he is 22. Still running around with a painted beard. Yeah, still running around with a whole bunch of women around him. She said, my husband is 3-time convicted felon. I can't get a job working for any company. He has his own, but he's his own boss for 20 years. Yes, you only, that's what I'm talking about. You found you one. You found you one too. I have been in a situation. I have been in the situation so many times in my younger days. I learned through the situation as I got older. And now that I am a woman of a particular age, I'm able to see faster. And I know that clarity is one of those things that we pray for. But when you pray for clarity, you got to be ready for it, because you got to walk in. I'm sorry, I'm fixing my scar. You got to walk in that moment of clarity so that you can elevate. You got to walk in it. You can't ask and pray for clarity and then still keep doing the weird things that, you know, or I can't find the word. Keep doing the same thing that you was doing before. I wish I would allow any man to treat me like I'm nothing to him. Right. But sometimes, Heather, we get caught up in the love of that man. We get caught up in the sweet nothings. We get caught up in the promises, and we get caught up in the I got yous that never happen, that we simply lose sight or lose track of time. And I've been there where I've lost track of time and realized, like, oh my God, I've poured everything into this situation, and now I've lost, 5 or 6 years, and I'm sitting up looking crazy because now I'm miserable. All for the sake of love, or all under the name of love, or all under the guise of love. And I've done that. And that's because as a woman, I'm emotional. As a woman, I allow emotions to seep in versus I've been there already and refuse to go back. Right. That's what I'm saying, Heather. I've been there. Play the fool with someone, especially when you're young. Yes, I've been there, and I had to look at it like this. Learning, excuse me. Learning from your mistakes is the pathway to growth. I wanted to be angry, but then, because I had prayed for clarity and I asked, like, God, please allow me to see what I'm doing wrong, not what he did wrong or what he was doing wrong. Hey, Andreas, I didn't need to see that. I saw that. What I wanted to, thank you. Y'all said bless you. Thank you. What I needed to see was where I was wrong. And that's where we mess up and we miss the lesson. We miss the opportunity to be taught. We miss the lesson because we're so busy trying to pass the blame on. He did this, he did that. Stop, reset, and think, what did you do? What did you do in the situation to fall down the rabbit hole? What did you do that made you not be able to see? He said, can I just pause and say, I love these vids. Please don't be away too long for the next one. I know I had a lot of stuff going on. I'm sorry, baby. What did you do? So for me, and I'm sharing this with y'all because for me, in the situation I was in love, y'all. When I say I loved his dirty draws, honey, I loved everything about that man and then some. And to this day, hey, Tyrell, to this day, I still have a love for him. But what I didn't do at the beginning was acknowledge what I did wrong. I did push the blame. I did say he did this and he did that. But then as I sat through, when I was being internally miserable or internally hurt and my heart was breaking, I had to stop and say, okay, Nikki, find the lesson in the situation. I did, girl. I loved the ground that he walked on. But I had to go in the situation and say, well, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do that was allowing somebody to abuse you physically? Now, I don't give nobody excuse to put their hands on nobody, okay? Nothing. But what did I do that allowed him to feel like it was okay to put his hands on me? I was being weak, and I'm not a weak woman, but I was being weak and passive because that's what he desired. So when men have that dominant presence over them, they want to dominate everybody in their presence, and they want to be in control. And hey, Niraj, they want to be in control of every and anything, and I allowed that to happen. So it was easy for him to punch me. You a damn near 300 something pound man. It was easy for you to punch me. It was easy for you to kick a door in on me and break my toe. It was easy for you to disrespect me in front of people because I was weak. And I was mentally weak because I thought that the love of you was what I needed. I thought that, hey, Nicole, I thought that being in love with you would make you be in love with me. No. What he loved was when he met me, I was a strong woman building a brand. But what I did was I incorporated his brand into mine, and I began to pour more into his than mine. What I did was in the relationship, I lost view of self. But I lost view of self because he had this dominant aura about him. He had this thing that made me feel like, you know, he wanted to control the world, so he had to control me, and I was going to give over control. No, this ain't no dominatrix, submissive relationship, my brother, but I didn't know that then, okay? So I allowed a lot of disrespect. I'm not a person that's going to look in your phone or follow you or do all of those things. I'm not going, I have to get on the, let's talk. I'm loving it. Okay, Skip. I'm not one of those ones that's going to follow you, hide in bushes, get in my car, drive behind you, look through your cell phone and listen to your conversations. I ain't that girl. So what I did was I said, you know what? If he doesn't love me, then he'll leave. No, what he wanted was he wanted to love who he wanted to love and control everybody that he could. And I didn't see that then, but that was my fault because for the sake of love, for the sake of being in a relationship, I allowed him to dominate me internally and externally. That was me. So when I prayed for clarity and I asked God to show me what I was doing and not push the blame on him, because he ain't wrong. That man ain't wrong if he is in a relationship doing what you allow him to do. He a man. He ain't gonna think like you. Women, that's what you gotta believe. You gotta understand. He's not going to think like you. You are a woman and he is a man. But I thought, oh, he come around, he'll fall in love like I'm in love. No. He found a piece of ass he could control, and I was that piece of ass. And that's what it was. I allowed things to happen to me because I wanted to be in a relationship. I wanted to be in love. I wanted to be in love. I didn't want us to be in love with each other. I wanted to be in love. So I allowed some of the disrespect and the bull crappery. I allowed a lot of the things to happen to me, so I can't, hey Toby, so I can't push the blame on him. And that's where we mess up, women. We want to be mad and we want to be angry and we want to repeat the stories to our girlfriends and continue to talk about the situation and beat a dead horse. Let it go. If the situation is over, if the relationship is gone, let it be gone, because what makes you bitter and what makes you angry is repeating that story to everybody that you can so you can look like the one that was right. You wasn't right. You didn't know your own self-worth. You didn't know how to see the relation as the relationship as a real relationship. You saw it as something you can be in love with versus something you all can be in love with together and build. You didn't see it properly. So you can't push the blame all on that. You know, right? And a lot of them go back to that. Hey, Bill. Hey, Christy. Oh, thank you, baby. I'm just trying to tell the truth, because what happens is, and I'm going to go back to the phrase I said earlier, each one teach one. You can only, right, Shanice, you can only teach one if you walk in your destiny and you understand your fault and your flaws. You can't grow. There is no growth. Come on now. Yes, God. There is no growth if you keep living mentally in the situation. If you keep living mentally in a situation and replaying the situation over and over and over again in your head. If you keep talking about the situation to anybody who will listen because it hurts you. He did this and he did that. You cannot grow because you still hold on to that baggage. Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging all them bags like that. You better know it. You better know it. The most important thing is you woke up. Look at Diva Day now versus Oni, you you better say it, because you was there at the beginning, baby. You better say it. You was there. You don't even know you was with me when I was going through some of that turmoil. Okay? Lizette, you crazy. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you live in the moment that emotionally destroyed you. Now, what's living in the moment that emotionally destroyed you? If you living in the moment is, again, repeating it, having several conversations about this, years and years later. My God, let it go. You can't grow if you don't let it go. And that's where women who are emotional, that's what we do. Acknowledge that you're emotional. Acknowledge that it's okay. You change your language, you change your life. That's right, Niraj. Acknowledge that you're emotional and say, okay, I get that I have stronger feelings for a situation. But prayer, clarity, and acknowledgement can help you get through the pain. Can help you understand that yes, you did something wrong. Yes, you weren't a complete angel in the situation. And yes, you played a part in the demise of the relationship. Once you get that and understand that you are not flawless, regardless of what Beyonce say, and when you get that right and understand that you are not flawless, then you can move on and find somebody that understands you and loves you for all your flaws and all, baby. They call themselves motivational speakers, pastors, you a true both. I love what you do. Sorry for that. I don't know, Russell, I love you. My thing is, I'm saying this to my women that are on here. Black, white, red, brown, purple, and yellow. But first, you gotta bang, bang to the boogie. I went all the way into that one, didn't I? I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, first, you have got to acknowledge your wrongs to get through any situation. You've got to acknowledge every situation as your current reality. And living in your current reality, you've got to assess every situation you're surrounded by, right? People, places, things, business, whatever, all of that. You've got to assess all of those things. And you've got to look at them realistically. If it's complicated and you don't understand it, back up for a minute and revisit it with fresh eyes and a fresh mental. Because if you don't, you'll always be living in some type of fog. You'll always be living in a situation where you don't understand, or you don't get it, or I'm so sad, or I can't wrap my mind around this, or I just don't know how to move on. No, you can't move on because you holding on. I'm trying to tell y'all this because we are getting ready to change. The dynamics of the world is getting ready to change, which means your household is going to have to change. Your lifestyles are going to have to change. Your relationships are going to have to change. And you're going to have to approach things realistically. You're going to have to be a realist in your life in order to have some sort of impact on the lives around you. And I learned that, because like I said, I was in love, you understand, to the 10th power. And when the situation was over, I was devastated. I was broken down to the white meat. To the point where I got in my car and I ran away. Me and my friend, like Thelma and Louise, baby, we got in that car and we drove, and I was out of commission for 8 days because I just couldn't deal. And I allowed myself to sulk. And I couldn't understand how so many years were thrown down the drain. I stayed 13 years with someone, never cheated, never stepped outside the relationship, never made him feel any less than a man at any time when he ain't have a coin to his motherfucking name. Okay, hey Sarita. Oh, I want to be where you at, Sarita, right now. Dubai. You and Alex Holloman. Alex Holloman is in Dubai right now too. I didn't understand my own self-worth, and I beat myself up for a long time because of it. I didn't understand that I was in a mentally abusive relationship. I was also in a physically abusive relationship. I didn't understand that being dominated was a form of abuse. I didn't understand that being ignored was a form of abuse. I didn't understand that coming in my house and I ain't got no water, and I got a water hose hooked up to a house next door because this man, we in the house together. We living in the house together. And you can't pay a water bill or a light bill. And I got to struggle and do all that I can so that we could keep up appearances. Yep, I did that. Y'all would never know. Boy, if y'all knew some of the stuff, I did that. But I did it because I thought I didn't deserve, or I wasn't enough for any other type of love. And I got that from when I was younger. I always felt like I was always the big girl, right? I was always the big girl with a bunch of smaller girls. I was definitely trying to be the life of the party at times because, I looked so different from everybody that I hung around. But I hung around some women that really loved me, but I still didn't see my own self-worth. And I didn't see anything that I did as enough. So as I grew up, and got older, I got into relationships where I would seek out validation from the men that I was with to show me that I was enough. And when they didn't show me that I was enough, I would bow down. And y'all see me as this big old strong woman, and I am, but for the love of love, wanting love, I would bow down in order to feel like I was enough. I went through sexual abuse that one of my parents, I don't know if both of my parents never knew. My mother's the only one alive. My father has passed away. He never knew. And it was his son. So, I went through a lot of stuff that took away my self-worth. And I didn't talk to anybody, and I didn't get help when I was younger to get through it. I then went through physical abuse in relationships. And it would shock some of y'all who know, some people, that I went through that with those people. But I thought it was okay. But I wasn't old enough to understand any different or see any different. I lived through what I saw. The person that I ended up with for a long period of time was just like my daddy. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. That's my daddy. And when he died, look, let me not get into that. But anyway, I dated somebody who didn't know how to treat a woman. And I loved him because my daddy was the same way. And I didn't realize that until I got older. And I did seek out some sort of help to talk to someone and show me how to balance all of these jagged edge emotions, how to not be broken anymore. I didn't want to be broken. And some of us, our pride getting away, and we don't know how to tell someone we're broken. We don't know how to find someone that's going to listen. Oh, thank you, Russell. We don't know how to approach the situation in a way where we can say we need help. So a lot of us struggle in silence. Wow, Mr. God, I remember when you held that time away. Wow, that growth from then to now is extraordinary. You inspire me. Oh, I love you so much too. Y'all gonna make me cry, and I don't want to cry. But anyway, I'm sharing this because there are a lot of us that come to the table so broken. And we don't know how to talk about it. We are afraid of the judgment. We always look for validation in all the wrong places, when your validation should come from within, and your validation should come through your prayers and confirmation from your God, whoever that might be. You need to be able to seek internal rebuilding and structure, because if not, the external is manufactured. You can manufacture with hair, makeup, lip gloss, eyelashes. You manufacture that beautiful smile, and then inside you crying and you broken and you hurt, and it's because you don't know how to speak on what has gone on with you. I didn't know how to speak on those things. I didn't know how to be strong enough to ask for help. And then I did. I ended up asking for help, a few years ago. And I've said this person's name several times, Dr. McAlpine. Look at God. And Dr. McAlpine just got on this darn live, y'all. I didn't know that I needed someone to speak to. And I don't know if she understands what she unlocked for me. And now a lot of us are out here living in the world, walking in the world and dealing with people, and you so broken, you don't even know how to deal with somebody in a whole fashion, in a holistic fashion, in a way where you are complete with yourself. So you project some of the negativity that's within you onto the people that you are around. My Facebook picture says, surround yourself with people who get it. That's my goal. That's what I'm walking in right now, and surrounding myself with people who get it, who understand that I'm not perfect and that I have flaws, but I'm walking in my truth so that I can be of help to somebody, so that my testimony can be somebody's blessing, so that somebody can understand that what they look at when they see Miss Nikki, and Miss Nikki in all her glory with her hair and her Miss Nikki 1000 watt, attitude, that it's genuine, it's who I am. I'm not going to dumb myself down ever again for another man, because I like who I've become. I like where I am, and I love where I'm going, because being able to get help, being able to talk to someone who unlocked doors for me mentally, freed me. It freed me. It allowed me to see where I was wrong and where I was making my own mistakes and where I kept running through the muck. I say the squalor. I think I've said the squalor in a couple of videos. Squalor is the mud and the rotted food and the feces and the junk that pigs eat. That's what squalor is, okay? And I found myself rolling in that mentally, rolling in that. So I'm filthy externally because I'm rolling in the squalor. I don't know how to give up the things that are not good for me. I didn't know how to approach the things that I'd done, or see the hole that I dug for myself, because I was too busy blaming other things and other people for my own personal demise. Yes, Dr. McAlpine, she said, you are free now. You are now free. Stay free. And that feeling of freedom comes with the acknowledgement of you being wrong, the acknowledgement of you not being perfect, the acknowledgement of, yes, you made a mistake, but you're learning from it. The freedom comes when you confront the beast. Confront the beast within and conquer that, so that you can be a beast on the outside and beast mode in a great way. You know what I'm saying? It is so hard for us to acknowledge our wrongdoings. Come on, Sarita. She said, girl, the paradigm shift is no joke. You better know it. It is up to us. I remember when I confronted the beast within, and girl, y'all, this is a true story. When I confronted the crappery that was going on in my personal life, and I acknowledged the ways that I was wrong, it was very freeing. And how do you confide in one when they go to, you know what? I'm going to go back to what I was getting ready to say in a minute. Russell made a point. How do you confide in one when they go tell everyone? This is what I say. Never tell anyone anything that you don't want somebody else to know. Okay? Because when you expose yourself or you become transparent on Facebook or in a conversation, you leave yourself exposed to whatever comes your way. Whatever comes your way, you leave yourself open to that. Now, being realistic and being in tune with who you are and what you do, you have to already understand that before you start to open your mouth. Because sharing secrets don't mean it's going to stay a secret. Okay, because we got them girls like this in our life, and them guys like this in our life, that really stand next to you and plot your demise. When you are trying to be free, why worry about who knows? Hey, come on, Dr. McAlpine, that's what I'm trying to say. When you are trying to be free, why worry about who knows? Okay? Because once you open your mouth and you let it out, it's out. It's out there. And you don't know who gonna tell who. So you have to be confident within your walk and within yourself that whatever you say, you don't care who knows. And see, and that's where I am. I don't give a damn what you tell somebody. I don't care. I don't care. And I can smile and say that because that's my truth. When I open my mouth and I say things and I lessen things out, trust me, it ain't no secret. It ain't no secret. Now, when I do Say something that's a secret. I'm on my knees, baby. I'm in meditation, baby. I'm in prayer with that situation, baby, because I don't know who going out to say what. Now, one thing about me, I can keep a secret. I've kept secrets for years. I've said some things that have shocked other people, like, you knew this a long time ago? I knew. But I keep it because when people come to me and tell me certain things, they don't want all their business out there like that. So I keep it and I pray on it. The person who tells and talks only shows their own character. They need help too. Exactly. And I've been there. I've sat with someone beside me and knew that they were sleeping with my man. You heard it. Sat with them. They smiled with me. They got in my car with me. They ate with me. They did all kinds of things with me in business. But in person, they was laid up with my nigga. When I found out, I tried to figure out what was I going to do. Was I going to bash his head in and hers? Was I going to blast them out and expose them for the devils or the demons that they are and were? No. I didn't do any of those things. I watched it play out. Now, that was one of the problems, okay? Because I didn't say anything. I suffered internally, but because I was trying not to lose my man. Even though he wasn't mine no more. He was laid up with her and about 2-3 other folks. I was still not walking in my own self-worth. And I wanted him and I loved him so. And I didn't know what to do. I was afraid internally. And I was afraid of the storm that was brewing internally with me. I was afraid to move outside the circle. I was afraid. And you know, once everything hit the fan or whatnot, I did confront her. And I told him that I knew. And they both mouths looking dropped. Oh, I know. Oh, I produced receipts too, baby. I thank God for the self-control that I had within those moments. I thank God for that. In the suffering of the situation, I learned a lot about myself. And that's why I'm speaking to you guys today, because you got to learn about yourself in order to handle a lot of situations that are going to, arise in your life. And, even to this day, this fool will call me or text me or something, and I don't even acknowledge the mess, I just laugh because you had this, you tried it, and you still trying it. And I don't never push rewind, baby. I push play all day. I never do rewind. Because if you wasn't good enough for me then, you'll never be good enough for me in my now. That's knowing your self-worth. If they wasn't good enough when you was dragging and when you was grinding and when you was going through, they are never going to be good enough in your breakthrough. Okay? And that's, you know what, Sarita? That's what I call growth. I've said this before in another video as well. We are all adults, okay? Most of us. We are adults. I hate to hear somebody say, I'm grown. No, you're growing. Because every day you should learn something new about yourself. You should learn something new about the space that you're in. You should learn something new about the mental space that you're in, the physical space that you're in. You should learn something new. That's growing. That means you have growth. You're walking in your growth and you're growing up. We're continuously growing up every day. Use the word adult because you're an adult once you become 21. You're an adult, okay? And as an adult, that signifies, 21 and older. You're an adult. But you're not grown. You're still growing, walking your growth, and you continue to grow every day, okay? Mr. Rita said, girl, being out here, I have no choice. Right. You have to, and I want y'all to use that, okay? I want y'all to use that. In your growth, you are continuously growing as a grown-up. You're growing up in your growth, okay? But you're an adult. So stop saying I'm grown, because you're not grown. You should grow every day. I have done so many things for so many people, been by their side, help build their brands, be friendships, be lovers, be all of those things. And in all of that growth, I learned something. In all of that growing, I learned something. So that's growth for me. I no longer am mad at the things that people did behind my back. You know, I got stitches and wounds and bandages and all that. I'm no longer mad at those things. I feel like those are my war wounds. I feel like I've earned stripes because those wounds are there. Those wounds have taught me how to be stronger than I was yesterday. Today, they taught me how to look at things a little bit differently and all of that. So that's where I am. I'm at a point where, you can't hurt me, physical beings. You can't hurt me. You can do things that may disturb my groove, especially as a businesswoman. We grow. Yes, Sarita. You can say things that may, shake the table, but you can't hurt me mentally. Because what I do now, my process is different. My process is different because I have, some amazing women that are around me that pour into me. Okay? I have some amazing women and men that are around me, allowing me to elevate and dropping jewels on me, allowing me to see through and beyond, the physical of what's going on. You physical beings can't do nothing to me. Now, you might try to come at me physically, but baby, you better get into these guns. You'll get these paws physically. But anyway, mentally, you can't hurt me. Mentally, you can't hurt me anymore because I'm taking ownership of who I am, what I am, how I can grow better. I'm learning from the things that I've been through. The lessons are monumental for me. And, I'm there. I'm there. Thank you, God. I am there. And all I want to do is share to help some of y'all get there. Because again, like I said, I've run into women that are absolutely broken. And they don't have anyone that's going to pour into them, that's going to feed them internally. And I just so happen, love you, Nikki, love you, continue to allow your name to be a positive. Yes, sir. Yes, Russell. I've been blessed enough to have people come into my life and say, no, you are enough. Oh, thank you, Sarita. Thank you. And it's not, like I said, it's not always been that easy. I was always the fat girl. I was the funny girl. Folks didn't look at me as the beautiful girl. I've had women sit next to me, beside me, and hate me, and talk about me, and lie on me. And internally, I would just cry. Internally, I would just be so broken. I didn't understand why. I wasn't supposed to understand why, because they weren't cut from the cloth I was cut from. These weren't women who were of honorable and authentic fiber. These were representatives that came to steal. These were representatives that came. These are succubus. These were succubus. These were women who were pretty on the outside, manufactured beauty. Okay, they came to me in the hopes of being me. Ooh, we are twins from another. Yes, we are that in hopes of being me. In the hopes of doing what I did or doing what I'm doing versus being who they are. I have watched them attach themselves to other women and pull their lives into their lives until they take everything from their table. I've watched these women and y'all don't even know who they are. Because some of y'all in love with these hoes. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Wanting to know why was my downfall with people. Right. Yeah, Shanice, come on. And you right. Stop wanting to know why. If the why don't come clear, let it go. That's what I'm talking about. Let it go. If the why is not clear to you, quit digging for the why. Some people just ain't right, period. Some people just ain't right internally. Some people are not cut from the cloth you're cut from. So stop trying to figure out, well, why'd you do this? Why ain't important? It's done. Learn from what was done and let it go. The why is no longer important when the situation is over. The why is no longer important. Let it go. And that's all. Exactly, Shanice. You got to fight past it. You got to, because the why isn't important when the situation is gone. You just digging into the wound. It's like you done got cut and it's trying to heal, but you keep digging into the wound because you want to know why it's a wound. It's a wound. Let it heal. Let it heal, y'all. This is why I'm not going to cure your pain. Yes, their why is not going to cure your pain. Woo! Jesus, yes, Skip. Empty the wagon and keep moving. She just said something so profound. Their why is not going to cure your pain, because once you find out why, did the situation not happen? The situation still happened. You still hurt over the situation. Now you just know why. And then the why can add pain to the wound. The why adds more pain to the wound. The why leaves you rendered unable to heal. Because now not only were you hurt and you bloodied, but now you got the why that's continued to release the blood. Let the why go. That's right, Shanice. Let it go. Get your closure and bounce back. That's what Sarita said. Yes. He thought I took an L, but tonight I bounced back. Yeah, he thought I took an L. Now all I lost was mediocre wang. Because new wang is better than old wang sometimes. I'm just trying to tell y'all, the why is no longer important. Think about the why as being part of the wound. Okay? The why won't allow the wound to heal. Again, because you get the answer to the why, you still wounded. Now you're picking in the wound with the why. That ain't what you need. So that's where we're going to let that thing go. Okay? Stop allowing men to just surround themselves with you and 50 other women. I always look at the red flag when you see a man, you get with him and he doing what he do, but he got a lot of girlfriends. Oh, that's my home girl. When I watched that show last night, the manager of the restaurant said, now mind you, the girlfriend had left. The manager of the restaurant said, I've been waiting on this day from the very beginning to let him know how much I feel for him. You worked beside his girlfriend every day. You liked her. You was in cahoots with her every day and still was ready to lay up with her man. And the moment y'all broke up and you left the restaurant, she took your position and told your man that she was in love with him. Huh? Those is real situations that happen, real deal. For all of those girls that think that I don't know that you laid up with that dude I was with for all them years, I know. And I'm okay with it. Because you still didn't get him. And he still ain't nothing to get. I'm just saying. What is it? Marvin Sapp was at my church last night and he preached, let it go. God can't move you forward if you don't. Ooh, see, look at that. Tell me that my live ain't the clarity that you needed, baby. Let it go. Let it go. I don't even know if those are the words to the song, but I just put it in there. Hi, Ambria. I just want you guys to understand that there's a different way of being. And if you are clear on who you are, and if you acknowledge your flaws and faults, if you acknowledge, then you'll be able to receive the lesson in it. Okay? And then you will experience a new type of growth. Because that's what we need. Again, with the world changing as it is, we need to grow fast. You need to surround yourself with people who get it and people who want to see you succeed and want to win. The why will keep you doing yourself. But let it go. Yes. Move on. Yes. You've got to get out of that place that keeps you stagnant mentally. Because that place that keeps you stagnant mentally is hindering your growth so you can succeed. Wow, a lot of us need triage for the bleeding. And come on. Yes, Nikki Nicole. Yes. You got to get past it. And then if you can't get past it, get out. If you can't get past it, get out. I am open to anyone that wants to grow. I'm gonna okay, look. On this feed, there is a woman named Deborah McAlpine on this feed. I need you to go to her Facebook. She has two, Deborah McAlpine and Destiny Inception. If you are looking for someone to talk to, and again, it's always good to talk to someone that is not your friend. It's always good to talk to someone that can be biased about your situation. You need an unbiased third party to talk to you and listen. If you are looking for someone, please, it's Debra is the first name. Last name is McAlpine, McAlpine is her Facebook name, and then Destiny Inception is her other Facebook page. If you are looking for someone to speak to help you get through some hurt and some pain without judgment, please see this woman. Please talk to this woman. Please reach out to her. This is a free judgment zone. You know what I'm saying? There is no judgment there. I don't care what you want to speak about. You want to speak about your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your husband, your uncle, your cousin, whatever. Business, personal, whatever. She helped me through a lot of blockage. She allowed me to have the breakthrough that I needed to be a better me. She allowed me to see some things that I had mentally clouded up, that I didn't understand. I don't know. I just didn't do it. I want y'all to hit share on this because somebody else might need this video. Hit share so that they can get the help that they need, either through this video or through speaking to Dr. McAlpine on some level. The help that's needed is out here if we seek it, if we are not too caught up in our egos and being judged. It's out here. You just got to know where to look for it. And I'm one of those people. I'm going to tell you I ain't perfect. I don't mind being transparent and showing you that I am a human just like you, showing you relationships aren't that hard. Right. Relationships aren't that hard, Skip. We make them that hard. We make shit hard because we make it complicated when it is so simple. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Boom. There it is. But a lot of times we don't do that because we want to add all these different elements. You can't make a hamburger out of ground beef and pork and then throw some skunk in it. You get what I'm saying? Stop putting unnecessary ingredients into mac and cheese. Who puts rice in mac and cheese? You make it difficult. You make it, uneasy for consumption. You feel what I'm saying? Stop adding stuff in. We make it difficult. So I just want to tell y'all, I love y'all. And I came on here because that was on my spirit. And I wanted to share with y'all again, Dr. McAlpine. I need y'all to get in touch with this woman if you need to want to control things. Right, Shanice. If you need someone to speak to. This weekend, I'm going to be at the, World Natural Hair Show. I would love to see you guys come out. Lord, only when it's on the plate. Right. Come out. I'm at booth 927. So I want y'all to come out booth 927 at the World Natural Hair Show. It's going to be live. I'm going live there too. So I'm going to be talking to y'all about some great things. And then next weekend is the Fat Girl Fresh event. So I want y'all to be involved in that as well. Come out. I love you too, Niraj. I love you. I saw this yellow piece that you got. I need that, girl. That yellow piece, it was a side shoulder hanging down with the paint, yes, that. Cute. Love it. I want y'all to go to my Facebook page, The Truth According to Who. These Facebook Lives and other, have fun, darling. Hopefully we'll catch it. Yes. The Truth According to Who. This Facebook Live and all the other Facebook Lives will be on that page as well because I try to keep them up in case you need to go back and listen to something or you want to go back and laugh because I be letting folks have it. I also am having my final runway class of April on April the 30th. So if you want to register for the runway class, you can do that, and you can do that at info@missnikki.com. I got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm going to Africa. I'm going to the motherland to teach women how to walk in heels, all of that and all of that, and do some makeup and all of that. But anyway, I just want to say I love y'all, and I want y'all to have an amazing, amazing, amazing day, okay? Do everything you can today within reason. Because some of y'all still hung over from 420. I love y'all. It's your girl, Miss Nikki, one word, no period. Miss Nikki the brand. Miss Nikki the author. Miss Nikki the melanin chick. Bye.